The Wild West online era cannot continue.
A sense of urgency. The Minister of Democratic Institutions is calling on social media giants to combat disinformation ahead of an election and be more transparent about who is funding the posts in our feeds.
Inaction is not an option. Disinformation must not stand.
The world's largest social media company says it will take down accounts that try to interfere with the upcoming federal election, but there's no penalty if it breaks the promise.
We, as a public, can now hold them accountable, and if that's not the case, then following the election, they can probably count on the fact that there's going to be regulation.
There are already fears that promise from Facebook is just as empty as this chair, meant for founder Mark Zuckerberg. He and his chief operating officer, Sheryl Sandberg, were subpoenaed to appear before Parliament. Instead, they're sending the head of public policy of Facebook Canada. For lawmakers, that's not good enough.
Mr. Zuckerberg has stated publicly that he wants to work with legislators. This is his opportunity.
MPs are threatening Zuckerberg and Sandberg with contempt.
To be held in contempt of Parliament of an entire country, essentially, wouldn't be a great thing for a platform.
With a multinational company that serves billions of people, it's unclear such a ruling could hold much weight outside of Canada's borders. Olivia Stefanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.
For years, tech giants have spent millions in Canada and the U.S. lobbying lawmakers to let them just self-regulate. But as signs of abuse have multiplied, government pressure is now growing. A month ago, Ottawa found that Facebook broke the law by mishandling private data in the Cambridge Analytica scandal. But
all I can actually do is recommend to Facebook that they change their ways, and they have disagreed to do that.
in the U.S., though, Facebook could face fines of up to $5 billion over the scandal. The EU has already subjected tech companies to sweeping privacy restrictions.
Google has engaged in illegal practices.
And it has slapped Google with 3 fines totaling $10 billion for abusing its dominance of the market. But some are saying fines just aren't enough when tech gets too big.
We can't vote with our feet. We can't vote with our eyeballs. And so we need government to step in.
Facebook's co-founder called for the social media giant to be broken up by regulators.
Because I think most Americans know that the best way to hold a company accountable is competition.
Tech companies are also facing pressure to police content. France is working on fines for tech companies that systematically fail to remove extremist content, and Germany has fines that are already on the books.